Hello, friends, and welcome into NFL Daily. I am Tom Downey. With Super Bowl 54 now in the books, we know the entire first round of the 2020 NFL Draft and its orders. We're going to take you through 1 through 32 and the teams without a first-round pick. Number 1 and number 2, it's the Bengals, then the Redskins, Lions, and the Giants. We'll go quickly here for the first 32, then come back and talk about each team a little bit more. The Dolphins have pick number 5. The Chargers have pick number 6. The Carolina Panthers at number 7. And the Arizona Cardinals are at number 8. Then it's the Jacksonville Jags at number 9. Cleveland Browns at number 10. The Jets at 11. And the Las Vegas Raiders at number 12. The Colts are at number 13. The Bucs at 14. Broncos picking 15. And the Falcons check in at number 16. At number 17, it is the Dallas Cowboys. At number 18, via the Pittsburgh Steelers, it's the Miami Dolphins. Then the Raiders again at pick number 19, this one via the Chicago Bears. And rounding out our trio of picks that have been traded, the Jags at number 20 via the LA Rams. The Eagles, they check in here at number 21. It's the Bills at number 22, the Patriots at number 23, and the Saints at number 24. Then it is the Minnesota Vikings. They check in here at number 25. The Miami Dolphins via the Houston Texans at number 26. The Seattle Seahawks at 27. And the Baltimore Ravens at number 28. Now for the picks that change. We knew the Titans were at 29, Packers at number 30. But the Kansas City Chiefs, they took down the 49ers in Super Bowl 54. So it's San Francisco at 31, KC at 32. And congratulations, Chiefs, on capturing the Super Bowl title. If you're looking for some awesome gear, head over to chatsports.com/champs. That's chatsports.com/champs. We got all kinds of Chiefs gear for you guys to go check out on Fanatics. Celebrate your awesome Super Bowl championship, potentially the first of many with young Patrick Mahomes, by heading over to chatsports.com/champs and getting that Super Bowl gear today. They've got everything you can want. Hats, t-shirts, hoodies, whatever you're looking for to celebrate that awesome victory. As promised, we're also mentioning teams without a first-round pick. The Bears' first pick at number 43, actually from the Las Vegas Raiders. Caught myself there. The Steelers at number 49, the Rams at 50, and the Texans at 57. Stay tuned to the channel, by the way, for a full NFL draft order. That will not be finalized until after the comp picks are announced. Now, if you're a fan of the NFL draft, like me and many others, let me know in the comments, do you guys want a new NFL mock draft? If you do, I want all of you guys to type in me in the comment section. If the bosses see that, maybe early this week we'll have a new NFL mock draft for you guys based on the finalized first-round draft order. All right, as promised, a little bit more in-depth here. We'll go at least mention all of these teams here. The Bengals, they're going to take Joe Burrow. That's all I have to say there. Redskins, probably going to take Chase Young. So the draft in a way begins at number 3 with the Detroit Lions. Maybe they could trade down. I like some defensive players, Jeffrey Okudah, Derek Brown, maybe even Isaiah Simmons for them as well. Then the New York Giants at number 4. Look, they did miss out on a chance at Chase Young. That's okay. They've got needs at linebacker and offensive tackle. If I'm the Giants, I am strongly considering here looking at an Isaiah Simmons out of Clemson or one of the talented offensive linemen. Dave Gettleman does not trade down, so I assume that that's not the route they're going to end up going. But I do think the Giants are in a unique position here to set themselves up for success with an impact linebacker or an offensive tackle. Both things Gettleman historically has seen value, especially linebacker in round 1. He took Shaq Thompson at the end of round 1 when he had Luke Kuechly and Thomas Davis. Isaiah Simmons is even better than Shaq Thompson. Moving on now to number 5, the Dolphins. Do they go Tua or do they not? In fact, 5, 6, 7, depending on how those middle picks go, they could all be quarterbacks. You could see some combination of Herbert, Tua going in that range, or at least 2 of those 3 picks being quarterbacks. Carolina, uncertainty around Cam Newton. LA, uncertainty around Phillip Rivers. Both of those are big needs, which could set up really well for Arizona. They could use another future number 1 receiver. They could use offensive line help. They could use defensive line help. They could use pass rush help. Arizona, they are cheering for quarterbacks early, as are many teams drafting in that top 15 or so range. Speaking of cheering, let me know in the comments section. Shout out your favorite NFL team. We've only gone through 8 of them, at least in this more in-depth view. So let me know in the comments your guys' favorite NFL team. The Jacksonville Jags at number 9. I don't think they go quarterback, but defensive line or receiver could be areas of interest. Maybe even linebacker. I think this is around the range here, the floor, I should say, of Isaiah Simmons. Cleveland Browns, I like mocking them in offensive tackle. I'm probably not going to change because boy oh boy do they need one pretty darn badly. The Jets at number 11. Curious what they do in free agency. Receiver could be a need. Edge, offensive line, all of those could be needs. The Jets in particular, I need to see what they do in free agency before I feel confident about their mock draft pick. Then the Raiders at number 12. I'm in buzz they could pursue Tom Brady. The dream pick would be Isaiah Simmons. I don't think he's going to be there. Sorry, LA or Vegas fans. I wish he was for you. Receiver, though, some combination of CeeDee Lamb, Henry Ruggs, and Jerry Jeudy is going to be there. You can get an impact number 1 receiver that the Raiders so desperately need after the whole Antonio Brown debacle ended up going awry. So when it comes to pick number 12, who do you guys think the Raiders will draft? Let me know in the comments section. Look, I would love Isaiah Simmons. I think Jerry Jeudy or CeeDee Lamb make a whole lot more sense. Number 13, the Colts here. They could use a quarterback. Do they trust a Jordan Love or Jacob Eason? Does Herbert fall there? Colts and Bucks both kind of in a similar spot where you could get by with Jacoby Brissett or Jameis Winston, but do you trust those guys? Do you go with the raw, high upside passer? If not, I wouldn't be surprised if they look towards the defensive side of the ball for more impact help. Denver, I like that fit a lot for 2 players. Number 1, Christian Fulton, if of course they end up losing Chris Harris Jr., or what about Henry Ruggs and giving them some more speed on the outside? Then the Falcons at number 16. Early, I'm thinking front 4 here. I think getting an impact edge or defense tackle. Derek Brown's not getting past this pick. Maybe Javon Kinlaw could be a fit here. Ooh, what about A.J. Epinesa? I think he could end up being an option there for the Falcons. Now, if you guys love the NFL draft, well, you are certainly not alone. We do as well right here at Chat Sports. So if you want more NFL draft coverage, hit that big red button and subscribe today. I promise you, between rumors, prospect rankings, sleepers, risers, fallers, combine coverage, mock drafts, we're going to keep you guys covered just with that big red button. All right, we'll come back to the Cowboys here. First up, the Dolphins, though, number 18. Remember, that pick came via trade with the Pittsburgh Steelers. I would think trench play will be critical for Miami if they do go quarterback at number 5. The Raiders, if you don't get a receiver, that makes sense at 19. Could go instead, corner, defensive line, linebacker. Jacksonville, again, we mentioned them a little bit, kind of in a similar boat as well. And then there's the Dallas Cowboys earlier there at number 17. It's Mike McCarthy's first draft. They got to figure out the Dak Prescott deal. And they got some big-time needs, especially on defense. Now, if you take care of Dak and Amari Cooper, that leaves potential losses of starters at pretty much every level of your defense. You've got some major free agents. You've got a lot of talent. But if you're the Cowboys, you've got to figure out a defense that simply failed to make plays this past year. Now, those biggest needs weren't really in order, just kind of a little bit more in terms of flow, D-E, D-T, corner safety, you get it. But what's the Cowboys' biggest need? For now, for me, it is figuring out quarterback. Now, I think you're going to pay Dak Prescott. So once you check off that box, I assume the Amari Cooper box not long after it, it's the defense. Do you want to go pass rusher, or do you look for an impact turnover machine in the back end, be it at corner or at safety? All right, playoff teams now. The Philadelphia Eagles at number 21. I would assume if it's not DT, you could maybe see Javon Kinlaw here. Receiver, corner, the 2 big areas of need for the Eagles. The Buffalo Bills at number 22. I like to mock them a receiver, but edge also makes sense. The Patriots at number 23. We'll get back to them here in a second. But the Saints, I want to mention them quickly. They got to figure out quarterback. If they do, maybe you go receiver. You could use one more dynamic option to pair with Michael Thomas. Speaking of quarterback, by the way, that's the big thing for the Patriots. Is Tom Brady going to be there next year? I still think yes. But there's now a report the Raiders plan to pursue Tom Brady if he does choose to leave. The Patriots want to pay him $30 million. If Brady does come back, that offense needs help. I mean, look, Brady is not the same guy he was in his prime. You're not able to get by with a ragtag group of playmakers like you used to be able to for the Patriots. Gronk's gone, you got nothing at tight end, and you need another impact receiver. Plus, frankly, you got some key free agents coming up on defense as well. So everyone predict in the comments section, what team do you think Tom Brady plays for in 2020? I'm still going Patriots, but let me know what you guys think in the comments section. Today's show is brought to you by BetDSI, and I hope that all of your Super Bowl 54 bets paid off using BetDSI. Now, if you haven't started a bet, do it on BetDSI, guys. It's chatsports.com/bet. Use that promo code NFL120. It gets you a 120% deposit bonus. What that means is you put down $50, they're going to give you an extra $60 for free. I know the NFL season is now over and we're going to miss it, but you can bet on the NBA, college basketball, and heck, maybe even this new XFL thing as well. All right, 25 through 28. We'll get back to the Dolphins here. The Vikings, dark horse quarterback pick if they want to groom someone behind Kirk Cousins, but corner, I think, makes a ton of sense for them, given that Xavier Rhodes might be on his way out. The Seattle Seahawks also need a corner, but they never take one, so defensive line or even receiver or offensive tackle makes sense there. And the Baltimore Ravens, that offense was so good this year, you could maybe use one more receiver, but I think it's more like you focus on that front seven. Edge or a linebacker could be due for some upgrades this offseason. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins here, they got a fun draft. 4 or 5 picks in the top 56, 4 in the top 40, the ones they own from the Steelers and Texans that we just mentioned, and also a second-round pick, number 56 overall, from the Saints. And back to the final 4 picks of the first round. Tennessee Titans, they got to figure out Ryan Tannehill, Derrick Henry. Jack Conklin could leave. I like edge rusher, though, for this particular pick, if there is, of course, someone worth taking. The Green Bay Packers at 30, I'd love an impact receiver. San Francisco, Kansas City. I wonder if you might see a trade here. Both of those teams a little bit light on draft capital, especially San Francisco. If they keep it, defensive secondary actually makes sense for both of those teams. Then the teams without a first-round pick. Chicago, you got to figure out guard, tight end, your second pass rusher, and quarterback as well. Pittsburgh's in a unique spot. They have no first, no third, maybe a trade down, or maybe they try and replace Bud Dupree on the edge. The LA Rams, I would hope they focus on the offensive line because, man, they need talent there quickly. Houston, meanwhile, I'd also go trench play. Offensive line, or maybe a Jadeveon Clowney edge rusher replacement at number 57.